When you're not too busy, try to waste some time. Watch every show, don't know where to go. You wish time would go by. I mean, I have a suggestion. Do whatever you want with it. It's not your first, but it's not your last. Your second favorite podcast. Your second favorite podcast. The show that is just for you. Your second favorite podcast. We're not doing it for the few. Your second favorite podcast. Conversation all over the place. Just sit back and relax. Your second favorite podcast. Your second favorite podcast.
Hey, how y'all doing? If you're on my YouTube channel at JCMN Network, you can see the video version of this episode. Today is a very special, no, it's not that special. It's just a normal episode that I kind of felt like
different
recording. Yeah, a little different episode. So what's up, y'all? And welcome to your second favorite podcast. I'm your host, Nico, and I'm with my lovely co-host, Miss Jada. How are you doing, my love?
I told you already. Don't be asking me no more questions.
All right. So Jada's already.
And that's what this whole thing is about.
Yeah, no, right. So, how you been, babe? No, nothing. But we
not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor at all. But there's this little card thing that I bought, and it's called, I don't know how
it's the blank and.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just called the blank and, I'm assuming.
It's not like BLANK. It's literally the.
It's just blank.
What's it? It's not an asterisk. It's a. Why do I want to say semicolon so bad? It's like the parenthesis that's the other one when you press shift. That one.
Focus on.
So.
There you go.
Yeah. You want to read the back? Give a synopsis of what we're doing.
It says the intentions of these cards is to offer thought-provoking questions that spin a variety of emotions. Each one is an opportunity to learn into discomfort, discover something new, deepen your relationship, and ultimately grow together. It's by a company called The Skin Deep. Once again, not a sponsor. But I just thought it was interesting. I saw old Mr. Philip D. Franco do this with his wife on an episode of his podcast. And I said, you know what? That sounds like a fun thing to do with my lovely girlfriend. And they have different versions of this, where one is Stranger's Edition, and this one is Couples Edition. So maybe they have other ones, but that's the only two that I saw.
You're now entering a space to explore your relationship in where this is like therapy. Like, we already don't use a podcast for therapy, but
yeah, right.
You are now entering a space to explore your relationship, and we're so excited. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to say, and we're getting you into, okay. And we're so excited to have you here. As far as our experience goes, the rules are simple. Number one, sit facing one another with a comfortable distance between you two so I don't throw nothing at him. Number two, choose an equal number of random cards from the deck. Take 30 seconds to relax. Look at one another. 4, alternate asking, answering through all the questions. Every question must be asked, but you do not have to answer the question. To earn the right to remain silent, you must look to the person in the eye for 10 seconds before saying pass. Our intention is for these questions to hold space for meaningful conversation and opportunity to learn through vulnerability, and most importantly, a fun way to deepen the connection in your life. Now, I feel like that this is the stuff I always like to do, like couples things, but it also is a nice time frame because there's all this Will and Jada stuff going on, and they were the perfect couple in the eyes of a celebrity, even though there was speculation that they had an open marriage, you know. But I feel like this is the perfect time to do stuff like this, because even though everybody has things to say about everybody's relationship, it's still a good thing to look into your own relationship, because you wonder how that person would feel when it's their turn. you know? Or what hypothetically, how would you act? The Life Jennings song. Like, you literally got to think about it. That should be a whole conversation a married couple should do. Just listen to that whole song, Hypothetical, by Life Jennings, not a sponsor. But hey, I mean,
it'd be funny.
I listened to you growing up, so you know, come to the podcast. Anyway,
come to the podcast.
Listen through that song before y'all ended up jumping the broom and just think about it. Talk about those things. And this is how we talk. This is me and Nikki's therapy session. Do you know the truth? And I decided, because the cards are very, I'm cutting the cards. Cards are very intellectual, and I like the way they're
stylized. Yeah,
they're styled. So I'm gonna use them I'm gonna set them up like tarot cards.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Oh, so that's your deck.
Yep. Okay. I chose my deck. I'm gonna set them up like tarot cards.
Okay. Do your thing, shorty.
Even though I'm gonna be the one picking it, I'm still gonna choose my own destiny.
You should be able to benefit this off audio version only, but you know, I do have a visual representation.
You want to skip it?
Yeah, just in case you see any
my feet are coming down.
See any well, not see any nothing. Ooh, you going lower?
No, the chair was already low because I was sitting on my feet. I'm getting up. Calm down.
I'm just making sure that you're in frame.
All right. The oldest always goes first. You know that.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
With all of our games, that's just been the easiest way to not have any confrontation.
All right. So, any of these questions, are we gonna we're gonna just do what they said?
Sure.
If you really need to pass it.
Did you want to? No.
No. Because I don't know.
You can pass if you want to, but I'm just gonna ask you about that later. Off camera, I'll just ask you about it later. You can just do this. You want to talk about it later? Because we're going to talk about it. So this thing is passing with me, yeah.
All right, here we go. What makes you still love me?
I don't like the way that's phrased, but what makes me still love you? I'd say what carries me to not lose my interest in loving you. I like that one better.
Okay.
I say the way we communicate, number one. Mm-hmm. Second, how you care about our relationship. You care about me. You care about having a successful relationship. Mm-hmm. And you also aren't
bad person.
No, you're a bad person. You're not a hassle in my life. That's the best thing. I'm used to being with men. I'm not even trying to compare you to other men, but just like comparing my love life and comparing how I feel about love and how not to confuse love with affection. I'm gonna talk like Jada, saying a bunch of nonsense and touching the table. We got the same name. She ruined it for all of us.
And now she's tainting the name.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. They all do. Anyways, I don't want to confuse affection with love, so I want to be like, I know what the difference looks like because I can compare it to other people I've dealt with. And that's the main one. You're not a hassle. You're not something I have to worry about, not something I have to. And that makes you love somebody easier, you know? It's not much drama when love is easy and safe and comforting.
Right.
That's it.
I pride myself on not being an anchor in your life. I say
that's what you like to say. Okay.
I don't like to be an anchor. It doesn't feel like it makes sense because I should be a friend, you know. Mm-hmm. I'm already a boy.
Yeah, you're my best friend. Yeah. That's what he was talking about. I don't like calling you my boyfriend. I'm already a boy.
I'm a boy.
I don't like calling you my boyfriend.
Men friend.
Okay, is it my turn
man
now?
Friend. Yeah, it's your turn.
Dang, this is a little difficult. Name the top 5 things you love about me. I mean, it's cheesy, but it's difficult.
Okay. 5 things.
Top 5 things.
Top 5. I would say your personality.
It has to be the best of the best.
It's got to be your personality.
The best.
It's sometimes it gets a little annoying. Hashtag little annoying. That new rapper, little annoying. It gets there, but I find you interesting, and that's good.
Complex human being.
Sometimes what intrigues me sometimes frustrates me, but.
Same thing to make you laugh, make you cry.
Exactly. In that realm of thinking. Mm-hmm. I feel like your personality just summed up a lot of things, but It didn't have to be. It's not specific about physical.
No,
or
but I
anything.
can tell you to be that way. Fine. We did something intellectual. Do physical.
Physical. I like your height.
That's the top thing. My height.
No.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm thinking if I really had to think about like a list of things, I don't know if it does not hit it. It may not hit top 5, but it's up there.
My height.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to say that though. Let's just delete that one.
All right.
Control Alt.
Control delete.
Okay. So, what else could be your
Top 5 physical trait. That's what we're sticking to that category.
just do physical traits?
Yeah.
Personality wasn't one of them.
No.
So we deleting all of them.
No. You said height. Delete that one. So now you
Yeah.
got to do a different one. That's a physical trait.
Okay.
Why are you making it so difficult? Mine was straight clutch. Never mind. Go ahead.
I like your smile. That's stuff.
This says things you love about me.
I
sir.
love your smile.
Thank you. Okay.
I love your
We
smile.
done physical. Okay. Let's get to emotional.
I love your passion.
Okay.
No.
For what?
I like your. Yeah, it's your passion because it falls under your drive and how you perceive things.
That's true.
You know, times that you do fall off the rail at times where you forget who you are. But I like the fact that, you know, it's the thing I always say I envy about you, about how you can just do it without thinking of consequences, which in some cases it's not the best move, but you're still willing to do it.
I don't let the fear take over.
Yeah. There you go. So I envy your drive. I love your drive, baby. I love it.
Okay, number 4.
We're
going to say something about communication. It's the best thing you love about the way I communicate.
I love that you care to talk about it. I'm pretty sure, depending on who I was or who I am, would have changed that. Like, I think that in some world you wouldn't.
No, I say you enhanced it a lot better because it made me want to talk about anything more, especially my emotions, because I'm a little fragile about that. But yeah, I'd say you enhanced it a lot more.
Yeah. So I like the fact that you are willing to communicate and try to. I love it.
The last thing is you love about me. You're very family oriented. Would you love about me pertaining to family? Doesn't have to be mine.
I love that you fit.
Okay, cool. That's it. That's it. Bye, everybody.
I know, right? All right, y'all. I hope y'all.
Anyway, all right, let's go to Mike. That was
Nope,
yours.
you already did yours.
It's my turn to ask the question. Is it my turn to answer? Yeah.
I think it's because you already took over my question, so it seems like it was mine.
Sorry.
Okay. Who sacrifices more in our relationship, and how do you feel about that?
I sacrifice.
You sacrifice more?
I'd say I sacrifice more, yes. How I feel about it is kind of a natural thing for me to not do the most, but to have the most. Is it hanging or I don't want to say risk. That doesn't sound nice because I'm not risking anything, but I'm taking more of the time to do something. I don't know. A good example is like I have a lot of I do it on purpose. I don't want to say I use all my free time and I come see you. I don't want to make it seem like I have other things I could be doing because that's not it. Mm-hmm. It's just I do sacrifice things that are my time. Like I'll miss work one day and come here because I think it's a natural thing. It's not even your fault. I'll think about how I could just come to your house and I don't have to go to work. Or I won't go to work because I get to go to Nikki's house because he's off of work. It makes life harder when you're off of work. I don't come see you. I mean, it's easier for me to come see you and make an excuse to come see you when you're off work. I can't do that when you're at work. So I'm like, might as well stay here. Nikki doesn't get off until 5.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So you tailor your time around mine.
I don't like the way that sounds, but I guess so. Yeah, got to be the truth about it. Shit. I mean, I'm sorry.
It's all right. And I mean, because it almost makes it seem like, how do we define sacrifice?
Okay. Now we've gotten a lot better, but the sacrifice was in our beginning years of our relationship, beginning 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
or maybe even a year and a half.
Okay.
But I feel like we've gotten better. So maybe it's actually the sacrifice part is what I need to work on. So it's kind of like I'm sacrificing it for myself, making myself comfortable.
Right. I mean, I feel like you kind of didn't answer. How do you feel about that?
I didn't.
It feels like you just explained how you sacrifice, not how do you feel about it.
I don't like it all the time, but I'll find a balance. I don't like it all the time.
Okay.
I'll fix it.
I'm trying to take this as approach of that's how you feel. Remember, I think we had this conversation a while ago, not on the podcast, but about how do you. That's how you feel, and I should respect that.
Okay.
You ain't like the water?
It was a smell on there.
Oh, okay.
It smelled like meat.
Ugh.
Like you was eating your Caribbean food and had your lip on it.
So, that's. I'm trying to take it as that. It's not a debate where I try to figure out whatever. But what you said makes sense. I get it. I would have probably said the same thing.
That I take too much time to come see you?
No, that you make the sacrifices.
Oh.
You make more sacrifices. I wouldn't categorize them as smart ones or unavoidable. Like,
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I definitely could avoid them.
I think it's kind of weird because I guess I look at sacrifice and I'm thinking like, I don't think we do any real sacrificing yet. But in this context, sure, let's just say that. I think out of all things, that would be considered a sacrifice.
Yeah. The main one was where we were going to live. And you always thought that was a huge sacrifice for me. And I was just like, I felt like I compromised. And in the beginning, I didn't want to. And I felt like I was making a sacrifice. But then I was like, it does seem like the right thing. But, I mean, not anymore. So, we don't have that problem.
Okay. Let's go to the next card.
My card. What do you think could come between us and what can we do about it? What can come between us?
What can come between us?
You've said it several times. I don't even know why you're making that face.
What did I say?
If we stop talking about it. I mean, we stop talking to each other.
Oh, communicating?
Yeah. We can't have a healthy conversation about our issues or about what bothers us or about anything without getting mad at each other or we feel like we can't talk to each other. That's something that comes between us.
You right. I guess I'm thinking about it as coming between us as if finance. Something that we may.
That's something to bring up if you think it could.
Like things that will come, not. I don't know. I guess a lack of communication doesn't feel like I would say it came between us. It was our downfall, but yet, because how do you say that? A lack of communication came between us.
No, you don't say that. You will say the subject of what actually happened. Like
us not talking came between us.
No, we ended up just like when people say we're just roommates. We can't talk to each other. We're just existing in the same room.
Yeah.
That's because of the lack of communication, because we can't talk to each other about it. And even then, I feel like communication can only go so far because we both lose interest in each other. It's way beyond that now. Because I think when some people talk about we're just roommates, I think y'all outgrown each other. Y'all don't like each other anymore.
Right. I guess that makes sense. So, but I guess if I had to figure out a thing that would come between us, it's almost like, I guess I would almost say compromising. If us not compromising with each other or reasoning with each other, not trying to bend for the other person, that may,
or at least step out your own selfish comfort for the other person.
Selfishness could come between us.
Yeah.
And I feel like with us, we take pride in doing what we like to do.
We take pride in our independency.
Yes. So I would assume that would come between us. Selfishness would come between us. And is there a two-parter to that?
What do you think we can do about it?
Oh, just communicate and try to understand with each other.
Therapy,
yes. But as far as like Yeah, of course. But there's something we even have to do outside of therapy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that we can just go to therapy. We also have to acknowledge what can we do without it.
Practice it. Practice doing things that we're not used to doing with someone else. Some stepping out of the selfishness of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, asking for a third person opinion will help, but there's still some, like you said, practice that we have to do outside of that therapy.
There's this Red Table Talk game that's very similar to this. I think they copied off of them. I think the Red Table Talk copied off of these people.
Okay.
Definitely. Right. Go ahead. It's your turn. I just went.
Okay. What do you like the most about me, and what do you like the least?
I feel like I just answered this question.
I think with all this talking we're gonna do, we're gonna somehow run into each other.
This is why we'll pass it.
You want to pass it?
No.
Yeah.
Runs into the same question. What do I like the most about you? It's not your I don't care attitude, but it's your I'm not afraid to be myself, and I don't care what you think about it. Whatever that is, whatever that word is.
It's kind of weird to give me a word because then I'm going like.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that's a good thing. I think that's a good amount of energy to be around, because it's like you have someone that's constantly afraid of other people's judgment, constantly not able to sit in their own body and not comfortable with themselves. It's very exhausting.
Yeah.
And especially when I like to challenge people, so you do in the most logical way you can. So I don't want to say challenge people, hurt their feelings, but it's kind of like you call people out on their BS. That's what it is.
You like the fact that I'm real with people.
Sure, yeah. True.
Okay. What's the least?
The least is your comfort bubble. I don't like that.
That's interesting because it's almost the same thing. The fact that I'm comfortable with what I'm doing is also my downfall.
I guess so.
Like, I'm not ashamed to be a homebody.
Yeah, but you're not. No, you're not ashamed of how people perceive you as a homebody.
Oh, okay.
You don't think there's anything wrong with being a homebody, so that kind of defeats the purpose. But if I see something wrong with it, you wouldn't care because you don't care about that anyway. It's your comfort bubble is what I'm saying. I don't think you're comfortable with branching out because you think like, I got to know my surroundings. I need to know this. I need to be aware of that. I got to do this. I got to do this. And I'm like, no, I just want to go outside. So I say that's the least that I like. And your lack of romance.
Oh, that was
they're neck and neck.
You wanted to put two things under that.
I feel like they connect. So
I get you.
They're neck and neck.
All right.
It's my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I don't have any friends. Which one of my friends do you like the least? I don't have any. I have none. Like, everybody's like, you always got one. I have no friends. None. All the people that we have over here are his friends.
Yeah.
I had one friend that came here, and he was a work friend, and I thought they would just be cool together because their both name was Nick. That's it.
Wow. That's Nixus.
Yeah. Okay.
Another friend question?
I don't like this one.
Okay.
It says, what does my love feel like? I don't like that. It's very hard to.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Okay. Yeah, that one again. Oh. Did I answer one? No. Okay.
This is a good one, actually.
Okay.
I know the answer, but how has your parents' relationship influenced our relationship? The good and the bad.
That's what it said.
One good moment. I know. I just told you to do it.
All right,
I'm making my own rules.
I see. I would say the good thing is the good is also kind of tag team the bad, but
okay.
I would say one good thing is I will want to treat you better than my dad treats my mother. Not saying that my dad treats my mother bad, but I can see the
difference.
Yeah, I can see some room for improvement in that relationship. In our relationship, based on their relationship.
We're very similar to his parents. His dad is fair skinned. He's fair skinned. His mom is brown skinned. I'm brown skinned. His mom is small. I'm small.
I would guess
his dad is thickums. He's thickums.
I would guess that the bad thing about their relationship that I guess I couldn't say that I wish would cross over, but I know it can't just because of how you are.
Mm-hmm. It's
the fact that they don't mind being at home. Like,
your mom has so much stuff to do.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yes, and that's why I always ask you: do you have hobbies?
So many things to do. So much things. That sounded horrible. I'm so sorry, English teachers. Yeah, you always actually have a hobby.
Yeah, because when I always feel like when you have a hobby,
you love to do it. Yeah.
You don't like home is it becomes a place of like where your ideas shine, because you tend to like it because you're in your place. You made this. You designed it. It becomes your sanctuary. Right. So, and especially then you start wanting to do something there. Like if you was into candle making or you was just into reading. Like I feel like, if you started boosting more habits of just reading books or challenging yourself in that regard,
could be a thing.
Yeah.
The issue that I think it is I can't see that because I haven't had that yet. Yeah. Y'all have the comfort of your own home knowing that everything is straight. I don't have that yet.
Yeah, I get that.
So it's kind of like I'm still wondering when I'm going to be able to have that comfort to sit down and read a book and not have nothing to worry about the next day. Yeah. It's always something I feel like I got to do. Or
yeah, I get that.
I'm technically not in somebody else's house, but it's not mine.
Right. Because I can't even assume that.
But I'll have mine soon.
I can't even assume that you'll feel that way even if you didn't have to work. Because I feel like that will make you want to leave more.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I don't like staying in the house. So
which is fine.
I like to read in the park. So I think just like there's a time where I want to go out, there's also a time when I want to stay in and be by myself. Yeah. But it's just not as 24/7 as it is for y'all. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that I don't normally want to stay in the house sometimes either. Like there's a max. I didn't realize that to this quarantine thing where it kind of sucks to have nowhere to go. Mm-hmm. But it didn't take me away from being a homebody. It just made me think like, okay, I do appreciate the feeling of being able to go somewhere. And because I always say in most of my content and the way that I think about things, it's always based on how people are. Right. So they're my inspiration. People are my inspiration. So, yeah. My turn?
Yep. Okay. I love how they got hearts and ears and a sunshine. I think one had a sunshine on it. Yep. Sunrise.
What's your favorite imperfection about me? You don't like that?
No, I feel like I answered that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to really. Let's just shuffle it one more time.
You've been shuffling. That's probably why you messing up the questions.
Who takes more responsibility in our relationship?
You do.
Explain. Explain.
Who takes more responsibility? Mm-hmm. Like in one thing, we don't have much
responsibilities.
Yeah, we don't have kids. We don't have a house together. We don't share a car note. Mm-hmm. It's not a lot of things we have responsibilities that we pass on to each other. No, I'm thinking like responsibilities when it comes to not holding the weight of a successful relationship, but responsibilities of keeping both of us happy. You think about that more than I do. Okay. So I say you take that responsibility more. But
I guess also I guess I'm about to answer my own question, but who would you think will take the responsibility of our relationship? Or most of it, at least.
I think we get neck and neck. Because I was gonna say I want to trust you, but it doesn't sound like I trust you.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's another question. I
have issues with money.
Look at this card. It says, "Do you trust me?"
Right. when it comes to bills and stuff, I want to be able to let it go and know that you can handle it. So, which I think I can.
It's
just hard for me to do. It's like, all right, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. I can do it. At least that's when I know it's done. So, yeah, go ahead.
I think the responsibility that you would take is the romance department.
Camera.
The romance part of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I don't think that, if we're going to get romance, it's your responsibility. But
the most of the initiative is going to be on me.
I think you will be the reason why it's even like sparked back up or to remember or.
That's horrible.
Well, in a way, it almost like the reason why I want to be more romantic is for you.
Okay. Yeah,
so
which I thought.
Obviously, who am I going to? You know what? There's a girl down the street. She's the reason why I want to be more romantic with you. But I don't know exactly what I'm saying here, but I think in that regard, it's the only thing I can think of that's like, oh yeah, I can see you being responsible for that.
Gotcha.
And that's okay. Hashtag okay.
What do you think you missed out on while being in this relationship?
You want me to answer?
I know you're going to say nothing.
Yeah, I don't really think I missed out on anything.
I get another one.
Do you want me to answer? Because I'm going to tell you the truth.
What do you think people say about us when we aren't around?
We aren't around?
You don't think about stuff like that, but I did.
Well, actually, I think that I don't know. Because it all depends on who.
Yeah.
And I would say just in general,
crowd?
Maybe if we're around somebody, I would think that they think we're not, like, we argue too much. Not even that. We might.
Us as a couple?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to say, I'm trying to think of like how when we talk about people, or how we talk about other couples, do they talk about us like that?
I mean, they could probably say a couple things like
we
that.
We have our issues.
Yeah, definitely.
But they be copying us though.
Yeah.
So we straight. I don't know.
We good.
I get another one.
Don't worry about it, Cheryl.
Oh, this is
what?
This is sad.
What?
How do you think my early childhood has affected our relationship? It's affected it tremendously. My entire childhood.
It molded your perspective of men and also how to be taken care of, how you want to be taken care of.
Yep.
Because those are all deciding factors of like, granted, that's obvious. It gave you a foundation to what you like in men and what you want as a family.
Yeah.
These are like obvious things.
Yeah, you did a political answer. Nothing specific. I said specific.
No, but I think that I noticed it. Like, I know why you feel the way you feel about things.
Yeah. You connected.
I'm proud of that. I try to, because I feel like that's a good way to understand someone, is to understand their past. Like even just understanding your exes and like why was you with them in the first place? What was the mistakes that you made? What was the things you was trying to do when you was in them? I think these are legit questions to understand who you're with. Obviously, if it was like a traumatic relationship, you may not get too much information out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But you tend to, especially if you're with someone that throws that kind of stuff in your face of like, you're trying to figure out why are they so mad every time I do this, and what could be the real source of that?
Because what they're used to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or they're trying to prevent something, even though you're never planning on going down that path.
Right.
So, yeah.
It's your turn.
Okay. You gotta switch it up.
You've been doing that. You just put the same cards back, I guess.
I mean, you could choose to answer this. What do you think is the sexiest part of my body?
Shoulders.
That is the most interesting thing. She likes to play with my shoulders. I don't understand that one.
The sexiest part to look at.
Really?
Yep.
Just bulging shoulders.
Yep.
That's my new.
Kind of like this whole area from here to here, but if I have to be specific, it's this part.
If I ever made a suit company, that'll be the name. Bulging shoulders.
Bulging.
Is that a suit by Bulging Shoulders? Yes, Bulging Shoulders. This episode is brought to you by Bulging Shoulders. You a little bulky in the shoulders, we got you.
We know each other well enough because I've heard these answers already. Or we talk enough.
Yes, I think these are probably for people that really don't talk about it.
How would you describe my relationship to technology, and how does that affect us?
What do you mean, like metaphorically speaking?
My relationship to technology?
Oh, did you switch up the question?
Nope.
What? How would you describe my relationship to technology, and how does that affect us? Wow. So it doesn't affect us because your feelings towards technology is not like mine.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the bare minimum.
Which is funny because I feel like I should have had that question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't affect us in any way because you're not really as into your tech stuff as I am.
So that doesn't affect us.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I was gonna expand.
Okay.
It doesn't affect us that I'm not as computer literacy as you.
Yeah, which doesn't really bother me. I like to help you, but don't go messing with my stuff. Are you gonna ask me another one, or I got?
No, that's yours.
Okay.
I'm just cheating now.
Well, I don't know how you're gonna answer this one. Where do you think I may fail you? Ooh.
I'm trying to. Is it like fail me in a way of?
I guess to the point that you're disappointed.
Oh, okay.
I would assume that's what fail you means.
Not living up to my potential, or not what I expected.
Like,
can that be it too?
I would say something like you, maybe you was looking for support and I didn't support you.
Okay. Would you do that well? I wouldn't say it's ever going to be an issue where I feel neglected in feeling loved and supported.
Yeah.
I think I hope it doesn't get to this point, but where you're so comfortable in our lives together that you don't feel like you have to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I start to get, I want to say angry, but I start to get, was it like when you shut down, you're kind of not there anymore?
Standoffish or
like you're on autopilot, basically. I'm starting being on autopilot because I'm like, this is what you do. This is normal. You don't.
Oh, you get used to it?
You don't get, I guess.
Yeah, you get used to
you don't get spontaneity, and I eventually just
spontaneous?
Don't like it. Yeah, spontaneous. And I don't like it, but I don't say anything, and then I'll just shut off. I don't know. Because I want to say I'll go into somebody else's arms, but I'm like, probably not.
Probably
not. Why do you just think I'm a whore?
Because you said probably.
Probably
it was your
not.
word. You could have said no, definitely not. But
oh yeah,
you said probably. Like it's a
if
it gets there,
but not. Yeah, you're right. Whoops. The power of words.
Sometimes you have to listen to the first thing you say because that might be the truth.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like if I failed you that badly, then yeah, it makes sense.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not a cheater. I actually did cheat before, so that's not
here
true.
we go.
I don't even stop trying to paint this picture like I'm this cool person.
Hey, you know
I'm not. All right, if I lose, like I kept telling you that you kept asking, is sex gonna make or break our relationship? I was like, yeah. If I lose sexual interest in you, and then on top of that, you're not being spontaneous and romantic,
yeah,
I'm definitely gonna cheat on you.
That's crazy.
It's not even gonna be on purpose. If it's like kind of like if someone's giving me what you're not giving me, and you're so comfortable in your little bubble of comfort living, I'm gonna cheat on you.
I just want to say this, guys.
Lust is very strong for me.
I want to say this, guys. This is a public service announcement to the guys, and you side dudes know what I'm talking about. It is so easy to please a woman that is with someone that is not being pleased.
Yep.
But you know deep down, if you was in the same predicament, you'd be like, I definitely cannot do this. Like, we can't keep up. So, and for you ladies out there, know that as well. It's
can't keep up with what?
It's always simple for some other guy to do that.
Okay, yeah.
And it looks more appealing. He gets all these points.
Yeah.
For no reason except for doing what you're supposed to be doing. Which I'm saying.
But I'll never think I can make a relationship with that person.
Exactly.
I would really jit pink. How would August Alsina?
Oh, wow.
I'd be like, I just want it to feel good. I really just.
Get yourself in an entanglement.
Yeah, I put myself in an entanglement. And just be like, we was over. I thought we was done. Wow. You weren't paying me no attention. You weren't touching me. You weren't talking to me. Or
I would rather you talk to me before that even happens.
Even then, I feel like if I tell you, you would think I'm already thinking about it.
Well, you know, I'm a good person to whip in the shape once you start to acknowledge something like that. Yeah. So even if it's not really out of spontaneous or, but then
I feel like now you're only doing it because
you do
whipped you, and I'm like,
but I'm pretty sure
I want you to want to do this.
I'm pretty sure though, once I start doing it, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I could say that early on.
I could just say, I know me, and I'm not about to lie.
Don't lie.
Yeah, I can't keep lying to myself about it.
Trying to
be, yeah, because I feel like I've been lying to myself, saying I'm not going to cheat.
Yeah.
If he's cute, and I feel like I'm not getting what I want, we end up kissing. There, I cheated.
I would kiss a woman before I would have sex with her. Way
and
before.
I said you can have it.
And the crazy thing is,
I would not break
don't
up
even
with you
want it. I probably don't even want to have sex with this woman. And that's the funny part about my brain. I'll go, I got enough.
I just never think I have that much self-control to be like, nope, my husband deserves better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, marriage might make me feel different. So,
the only reason why I would probably have sex with another woman is if you not talking to me, you're being distant away from me, and you're not around.
Yeah. Okay.
I would be like, well, yeah, put this on yourself.
You made me do it.
You made me get in this entanglement.
Yep. That's hilarious. That's how this all relates back to that.
Well, I mean, nowadays that's if you think about it, it's a couple conversation. You missed your mouth there, young lady. I had to say something because you definitely see it on camera.
Yeah, I think everything I just said is boyfriend girlfriend status.
Yes,
it is not husband and wife. It's not a marriage. No, I'll definitely talk to you about it. I'm not going to do that.
Wow, so this is a little bit more closer to home than I thought.
I think because it'll be more easier for me to do it, like with not a clean conscience, but it will be less weight. It's less of a consequence, because if you do it when you're married, you got to think about counseling. You got to think about if you about to get a divorce. You got to think of all this stuff. You already built a life together, and you just ruined it. And I think marriage is very important, and it's a beautiful thing. So you just desecrated everything. So there's no way we can get back together. Boyfriend and girlfriend, I don't think it's. Like I told you, I feel like boyfriend and girlfriend isn't much of a status. At this point in our lives, I don't think it's much of a status.
Is it though?
It's like it's so easy for us to break up.
It is. But I almost feel the same way about not being married to you and not having a kid with you.
Yeah.
It's like
no, wait, I can easily let you go.
There's nothing tying us. It's the same. It's almost.
Get those alimony checks.
It's boyfriend, girlfriend with the title of marriage. I don't know. I could go.
Because I don't want a normal marriage.
What kind of marriage you want?
I want a partnership.
Of course, baby. I got you.
Exactly.
One love.
We are literally
two whole beings becoming one.
Right.
Two whole beings being two people that are together.
sharing something.
100 with 100.
We are putting away our selfish behavior and sharing our lives together.
Okay.
It's literally just about me and you now. And it's not.
It's me and you.
No.
Yeah. Cassie said it best.
Yeah. It's just.
Nope, because that song has. Nope. Because that song is about.
It's nasty.
I think it's just about her. It's and probably that dude's with some other girl, and she's like, "It's me and you now. I've been waiting. Think I'm gonna make a move now. I don't know. Tell me if you like it. I guess
your boys know how good I am.
Well, I guess that's just flirting. He probably ain't with nobody. What? Is it my turn?
No, that was my question. Yeah, because you said fail you.
Oh, we went through all that for where do you think I? Wow.
Yeah, because I was talking about my cheating habits, you know, because I'm a cheating heifer. I'm trying to think of
what
the
heifer
circumstance.
means?
So, yeah, it's a cow.
Okay.
What's the pain in me you'd most like to heal? Oh, gosh.
What?
What is the pain in me that you would most like to heal? You actually got a good grasp on my daddy issues, so good for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's not healed 100%, but it's just a good 70.
He's good 70. Say it again.
What is the pain in me that you'd like to heal?
Oh,
Most like. That's what it says.
Your not appreciation, because I don't think you don't appreciate, but lack of a better word, appreciation for family. Because it's almost like I wouldn't consider you family oriented.
Oh no, definitely not.
But I want you to be that person.
I will with my own family.
Yeah, but like even then, I would like you to be there with your own, like.
Oh, like my biological
Yes.
people.
Yes.
Like I'm from
your
a broken
people
home.
that is your blood and family. Your blood.
When I say my family, I mean the children I'm going to create in my belly. My biological family, or the family I was born with.
But family. Because I don't doubt that we can make that family, but I just want you to also have that peace with yours. I mean, I'm not going to force it, but I would love for you to have that. So there's
a lot of conversations that need to be had.
It does.
That's the only way I get closure.
Yeah,
is the way conversations need to be had. But
right, and to even just be that person,
I have the traditional black family where they just scoop it all under the carpet.
And even just to be that person that gets people out of their shell in the sense of like talking stuff behind their back about something, or never confronting another person and holding it over their heads, but then acting like it's not a thing. Yeah, granted, that may never that may never change. But I like the idea of you even being peace with that. Not saying that you're not, but
I think it can get to that point with my growth plus my spirituality growth.
Yeah.
Plus you, I feel like I can get to the point where I'm not so affected by other people, and then also I can forgive a lot of the things I think back on, and it's like, oh, I want to smack that girl.
Smack that all on the floor.
Smack that till you get sore. It's your turn.
Oh,
I'm just touching stuff.
All right, so we probably gonna make these the last two cards. All right.
How much time are we on?
We're on 47 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we've been doing this pretty good. If y'all been enjoying this episode so far, go give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. We greatly appreciate it. And also subscribe to the JCMN Network YouTube channel where you can find this video at. Appreciate you. Next question. What makes you most comfortable in your body?
That I'm black.
I'll take it.
I don't know.
Next question.
It's a comfort. And people say it's dangerous sometimes. I'm like, I don't feel it.
What, it's dangerous to be black?
Yeah. They said being being black is cool, but it's a little dangerous. I don't feel that way.
Yeah, I see it.
It's not false. I just don't feel that way.
Right.
I'm just like, I like being black. And then I like being a statement, because a lot of people, I'm not trying to sound vain at all, but a lot of older people do stare at me. Like a lot of white older people, especially when I'm wearing like Afrocentric stuff.
Yeah.
And a fro, when I had a fro.
Girl,
when my locks get long, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me nothing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it.
I like that.
How many people do you think I've slept with? Nicholas thinks I'm a whore.
I don't think it's
No,
many.
he's
Do
talking
you
about
really
I'm
want me to
gonna
give you a
sleep with
number? Or
somebody.
you
Yeah, give me a number.
slept with? Slept with change.
Intercourse.
Slept with changes when you're an adult.
I
Because
know,
I start
right?
thinking like people you like. I don't know. It's different. Like people you had sex with at the 18 and older. Mm-hmm. Total 12.
Okay. Do you want me to give you the answer? Because that ain't it.
Is more?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
I had sex when I was 6. I lost my virginity at 16.
Okay, I'm
I
glad
am
you finished
25
that.
now.
I lost sex at 6. I had sex at 16. I'm like,
Yeah, my lip was starting to stick to my gums, and I was like, "Hold on."
Lips gonna make you sound crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know the answer to this question, but I think I want to know why again. Okay. In the back of your mind, are you scared I'll walk away?
Yeah, I'm mad you asked 2 questions.
Because I have so many I want to do.
So
You only gave me 2 minutes.
one more. Say it again.
In the back of your mind, are you scared I'll walk away?
Yes. If we're placing that thought in the back of my mind, yes.
Why?
You said it earlier. If I'm not romantic enough, you could leave me as a boyfriend.
I'm not gonna leave you. I'm gonna cheat on you first.
You might as well just leave me at that point. There's nothing to come back from.
Yeah.
I'm like, I messed up in that department, but doggone it, you could. Wow. Bye. Just bye. I'm not gonna have this conversation with you.
I had this question twice. Some of these questions are repeated.
It's my turn. Now I get to ask you 200.
Yeah.
So is this gonna be my last 2?
I got one more.
Now you're getting interested. You would just ask me. We could do another episode.
All right, what we do with this one then?
Okay. Oh, I'm acting like I had to wait till it pops up, even though I was controlling the cards.
Hold on, my phone's loading.
Which of my insecurities drive you crazy?
Are you? Oh, that you don't. You're too hard on yourself sometimes.
What does that mean?
Especially when like you owe some. I mean, like when you doing work.
Owe some money.
Yeah, I was gonna say you doing something for somebody or owe somebody something. But when you're doing something for somebody, you're really hard on yourself. You need to let your work speak for itself. I don't think that's a huge insecurity, but I think you always think you're gonna mess something up.
Yeah.
Or not do it well.
I take value in, if I would do something for you, I want it to be the best it can be. And because I always think it'd be nice for somebody to do that for me as well. Not saying that people don't do it, but I would like to be treated like that as well.
Right.
So, and then also when I'm done with it, I want to be proud of it. But I don't know. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Was that considered an insecurity?
Your procrastination too is what I was gonna add.
Okay. Then yeah, I can see that more. Well, I feel like my insecurity is like
it is. Your procrastination is bad.
Yeah.
But it's not terrible.
No.
So I think it's a work in progress. We're working on it.
Yeah. Oh, I got another one. Nope. No, you hold your questions because you wanted to ask a million. When do you feel I'm most distant from you? Right now.
Most distant.
Socially?
I'd say. Yeah, it's gonna be when you got a lot going on.
I might sample
when you got
that.
too much going on that you can't handle. I think you can't balance a relationship and your lively duties at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'd want to leave you alone and just wait till you come back. But
when I'm into my toys.
Not even just that.
Oh.
It could be work and your toys.
Mm-hmm.
And like something happening at home. It doesn't have to be dramatic, but it could be something at home where you got to take care of it. And then this. Okay, we go and tell the truth. I'm.
Talk to yourself about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like, I don't want to be seen like a crazy person, but I like to be a priority.
Yeah.
Like the only one. That's why I don't want to be with a guy that has kids, because kids come first. But it's like,
and when you say that, it's kind of hard for me to justify it. But I could totally understand you being in a relationship and not feeling like a priority.
mm-hmm.
Because just because you saying yourself as a priority doesn't mean you have to be, which I'm pretty sure this could be difference maker. Just because you feel like you should be a priority doesn't mean you feel like you always need to be number one.
Yeah.
Priorities could be multiple things. That's why people say get your priorities straight. You know,
Plural.
Yeah.
F-is.
It's possible for you to get multiple things, but you being my girlfriend, obviously you should be my priority. And
I'm not very needy, so I think I'm not asking for too much when I actually do want it.
No, and I think a lot of people, a lot of women, a lot of men, I guess also as well, could feel that way, and it's okay to acknowledge that.
Yeah, because when you have a lot of free time, you're very comforting and not on a normal day. But I can see when you get really into what you're doing, you could do that you could drown in it for weeks.
Yeah, it feels like once I've noticed that I lock in on what I'm doing, it feels like I cannot detach when I'm focused. Like I was working on a logo at my job, and it was like people were talking to me, and I was just focused.
That's
and then I'm like looking at them, and I'm like, "What are you saying?" Yeah, that's all. It might as well be doing that.
Yep.
Or like Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think this actually happened the last time, bro. You asked me if I would ever cheat on you, and I was like, well.
Always.
It's like, well.
You're always willing
That's
to.
how it sounded. I'm just be clear. This is what I'm saying. Because I feel like I sound like such a witch. Like, she just telling you to your face she's going to cheat on you. Like, no, that's not what's happening. I think any woman has this issue that once they're neglected, they fall into the arms of another man. It's the superhero syndrome. And it's like you're not doing it on purpose. You feel the emotions of lust for that other guy, and y'all happen to have a great conversation, and you already are in this relationship where y'all aren't connecting. And then you end up kissing them or something. Leading to sex is difficult because I'll think about it every single time I'm going through it. Like, oh, we took our pants off. We're still kissing. We laying on the bed. I'm like, I literally could have stopped at this point. So I think the cheating part is going to go to a kiss, and that's about it. I don't think it's ever going to be sex when I say cheating. Or inappropriate touching. Those two.
And that was Jada justifying her bad actions. All right, y'all. I hope y'all.
No, I got one more. That's define my bad actions. No, it's not.
Okay.
You don't think that is?
I don't think much of it.
You don't care. I don't care.
Because I don't feel like it'll get to that point.
Okay.
I'm confidently saying that on the podcast.
I'm just being true
Flash
to
forward
myself. I know what I do.
5 years later, Jada cheats on me.
All right, y'all. I'm single now. It's just me. You saw that episode we talked about.
Put
Jada
up 2 cameras.
Cheated on me, freaking
and
jerk.
Just have a blank one. And talking to myself. How do you feel about what you talk?
I think that entanglement, that was a toxic relationship. Those are the 2 things that social media took and ran with.
Table.
Toxic relationship.
I love the table thing. It's like when you have so much table, you want to.
Yeah, you want to touch it.
Like if you.
Poor Will.
All right, go ahead.
What do you want out of this relationship?
Don't act like it's your question.
I got
to. What do I want? I want love and prosperity.
Peace.
I want someone that is with me, wants to grow with me, wants to see me succeed, and forever happy.
Ooh, I think. See, that's a great way to end it.
Because that's the same thing I always want from my woman. Is
from her?
For her.
For her.
I want her to chase her dream, make it, be successful at it. We ride together. We die together.
Bad boys for life.
Bad. See, this would be good if I had freaking soundboard. But yeah, that's always what I feel. You know, I'm all about trying to treat you like I want to be treated.
Right.
So, just be there. Somebody I could always talk to. You're my best friend. Be my best friend. Be my best girlfriend.
Does the thought of marriage scare you?
No. Once I figured out what marriage means to me,
yeah,
it stopped feeling scary.
Yeah.
Because you start to listen to other people's reason to get married.
Right.
It makes you feel like, oh, I need to be feeling like that too.
Right. And that distorts your memory.
Right. Or your feelings towards things. Message for anybody that's scared to get married. Think about what love means to you. Think about what will make you be with that person. No. Think about all that stuff. Think about what love means to you, and think about what marriage means to you. Because I'm pretty sure
there's to love.
Yeah, there's more things to it, but just those two things that really stuck out to me recently and got me understanding, what marriage means to me, and not just in general.
Right.
Because in general, it's a little bit more, I wouldn't say broad or whatever it is. It's not the same in my mind.
Everybody has different situations. Yep.
Yeah. You got to understand how you feel about things.
Yep.
Just saying. Understand yourself. A message from Nico. Understand yourself. Ba-ding-ding.
All right, Nikki, take us home now.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of the podcast. I'm pretty sure we're going to do this one again because this was fun.
Episode 2.
And, okay. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. And if you did, be sure to leave us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Shout out to Anchor, because y'all are the reason why I'm even on these platforms. Go to my YouTube channel, JCMN Network. Subscribe there. I got a First Timers review that is up right now. And it's another episode about MTV Cribs. And it's a pretty good episode. But I hope y'all enjoyed. And we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.